Hello everyone, hope you enjoyed the previous story I told. Next up, I'm going to be reading Thomas and the Freight Cars. After the incident with the passenger train, Thomas wasn't allowed to pull any more trains, especially passenger trains. This made him go back to grumbling about it. So, Edward told Thomas that he could take his freight train while Edward shuns in the yard. Thomas was excited about this. But his excitedness and eagerness got him into lots of trouble, as the troublesome trucks decided to teach him a lesson. Thomas and the Freight Cars by the Reverend W. Aldrey. Thomas used to grumble in the shed at night. "I'm tired of pushing coaches. I want to see the world." The others didn't take much notice, for Thomas was a little engine who liked to talk big. But one night, Edward came to the shed. He was a kind little engine and felt sorry for Thomas. "I've got some freight cars to take home tomorrow," he told Thomas. "If you take them instead, I'll push coaches in the yard." "Thank you," said Thomas. "That will be nice." So they asked the drivers the next morning, and when they said yes, Thomas ran happily to find the freight cars. Now, freight cars are silly and noisy. They talk a lot and don't pay attention to what they are doing. They don't listen to their engine, and when he stops, they bump into each other, screaming, "Oh, oh, 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 whatever is happening?" And I'm sorry to say, they play tricks on an engine who was not used to them. Edward knew all about freight cars. He warned Thomas to be careful, but Thomas was too excited to listen. The shunter fastened the coupling, and when the signal dropped, Thomas was ready. The guard blew his whistle. "Beep, beep," answered Thomas, and started off. But the freight cars weren't ready. "Oh, oh, oh, oh!" they screamed as their couplings tightened. "Wait, Thomas, wait!" But Thomas wouldn't wait. "Come on, come on!" He puffed, and the freight cars grumbled slowly out from the siding onto the main line. Thomas was happy. Come along," he puffed. "All right, don't fuss! All right, don't fuss!" grumbled the freight cars. They clattered through stations and rumbled over bridges. Thomas whistled, "Peep, peep," and they rushed through the tunnel in which Henry had been shut up. Then they came to the top of the hill where Gordon had gotten stuck. "Steady, now steady," warned the driver. He shut off the steam and began to put on the brakes. We're stopping, called Thomas. "No, no, no, no," answered the freight cars, bumping into each other. Go on! And before his driver could stop them, they had pushed Thomas down the hill, rattling and laughing behind him. Poor Thomas tried hard to stop them from making him go too fast. Stop pushing, he hissed, but the freight cars would not stop. Go on, they giggled in their silly way. He was glad when they got to the bottom. Then ahead of him, he saw a place where they had to stop. "Oh dear, what shall I do?" They rattled through the station. Luckily, the line was clear as they swerved into the goods yard. Oh, groaned Thomas as his brakes held fast and he skidded along the rails. "I must stop!" And he shut his eyes tight. When he opened them, he saw he had stopped just in front of the buffers. And there watching him was Sir Topham Hatt. "What are you doing here, Thomas?" he asked sternly. I brought Edward's freight cars," Thomas answered. "Why did you come so fast?" "I didn't mean to. I was pushed," said Thomas sadly. "Haven't you pulled freight cars before?" "No." Then you've got a lot to learn about freight cars, little Thomas. They are silly things and must be kept in their place. After pushing them around here for a few weeks, you'll know almost as much about them as Edward. Then you'll be a really useful engine. The end. Oh dear, Thomas got into a lot of trouble with the Fat Controller, especially if the trucks caused him trouble. Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the fourth and final story about Thomas the Tank Engine.